Good evening, folks. Welcome to another edition of Carolina Panthers Talk, brought to you by Blitzball Champ Gaming. I'm your host, Jason Ingram, coming at you once again from the U to the Tube. Okay, things have turned up quite a notch recently with the acquisition of a new kicker. Let me give you the deets. So, the Carolina Panthers, and this was a name that I mentioned in a previous video, so I feel like it's kind of ironic that this ended up happening. The Carolina Panthers have decided to trade their 2022 conditional 7th round pick to the New York Giants in exchange for kicker Ryan Santoso. Now, Ryan Santoso was one of two kickers that were on the Giants at the time, the other kicker being former Carolina Panther kicker Graham Gano. So, the thing that stood out about Ryan was that he was having a really great camp with the Giants, only 26 years old. Just to recap, 26 years old, 6'5", 260 pounds, playing out of the College of Minnesota. And the thing is with the Giants, because they have veteran kicker Graham Gano, there wasn't any way that Ryan Santoso was going to win the starting kicker job. So this actually works out pretty nicely for Carolina, as this gives another bit of competition for Joey Sly. So I was also want to remind that he has some experience as a punter as well, which he played kicker and punter in college, and he spent time with the Lions and Titans before he went to the Giants. But there's been some good things said about him standing out in Giants camp. So who knows? Maybe this could be the guy that ends up taking Joey Sly's starting kicker position. And not too long after doing this, they have decided to waive German kicker Dominik Eberle. Now, he did have a tryout, and during Wednesday's practice, he was 4 of 5 on field goals. Of course, he was doing better than Joey Sly, but there were some close ones that he missed as well. So it looks like it's going to come down between Ryan Santoso and Joey Sly. It's a tough situation. But the thing about this conditional 7th round draft pick is that if Ryan Santoso is on the Panthers roster for 2 regular season games, then that is where they will owe the Giants the 7th round pick of 2022. So we'll have to see what happens with that. I know it's been said from Coach Matt Rule and Scott Fitterer that they are confident in Joey Sly. It sounds like they really want to keep him. But if he continues to have a slump, I mean, they're not going to have a choice but to cut him, let him go. And with the final preseason game against the Pittsburgh Steelers being tomorrow, I'm sure we're going to see some playing time between both of these kickers, Joey Sly and Ryan Santoso. But this is pretty much Joey Sly's last minute ditch effort to make the team. But with how his slump has been, I don't know, y'all. It looks like he's most likely not going to make the team. And that this Ryan Santoso, if he's as good and performs as folks say that he is he stood out in the Giants camp, then it's going to make the decision easy. But then again, if Joey Sly has another slump, then that's going to make the decision even easier. But yeah, the kicking competition has been very interesting lately this week. Brought in Dominik Eberle, and now just traded their conditional seventh round 2022 pick to get Ryan Santoso from the Giants, and ended up waiving Dominik Eberle. So now we're back to 2 kickers. Have to see how this last bit of the kicking competition turns out. Remember, they got to have the team roster at 53 by the end of day, Tuesday, August 31st. So have to see what happens. And it looks like there's a possibility that they could end up sticking with 2 quarterbacks instead of 3. May end up being Sam Darnold and PJ Walker. Although PJ Walker struggled in the previous game, so I don't think it's set in stone yet that it's going to be PJ Walker or Will Grier, because Will Grier actually had a decent game. And I know folks are like, oh, you didn't throw any touchdown passes. Well, he didn't throw any picks either. So, if we're going to look at this, we got to be fair. We got to be realistic, and we got to be fair down the middle. So that's the only thing with that. But anyway, that's all that I pretty much have. I was planning on this being a short video. But let me know what y'all's thoughts are. What do y'all think about the decision made? We waived Dominik Eberle and traded a conditional 7th round pick of 2022 to acquire kicker Ryan Santoso from the Giants, who we already know for a fact won't be their starting kicker in New York. So now Carolina is giving them a chance to make the team and potentially take Joey Sly's position. What do y'all think is going to happen? How do you think this is going to turn out, especially with one final preseason game? Like, comment, subscribe, hit the notification bell so you don't miss a video. Thank you so much for watching. This is Jason Ingram of Blitzball Champ Gaming. Hope everybody has a blessed evening, and I will catch up with y'all in the next video. Laters.